Welcome to MCOM Part First students. I am Professor Dr. V.K. Sawant. We are concerned with our paper Advanced Accountancy paper number 2. In the previous lecture we discussed internal audit. In present lecture I would like to explain external audit. External audit is also known as statutory audit. The statutory or external audit is mandatory to companies, banking companies, insurance companies, local authority, cooperative sector, charitable trust, government undertakings, and the business having turnover more than prescribed limit. External audit or statutory audit is conducted by external person who is not directly related to the organization. Therefore, it is called as external audit. Hence, the external audit is carried with the help of external person. Therefore, that audit is known as external audit. Generally, rules and regulations for external audit are prescribed by the respective acts. By considering the particular act, it means Companies Act, Banking Regulation Act, Cooperative Act, Charitable Trust Act, Insurance Company Act. Considering these acts, the external audit is carried for respective organizations. The respective acts laid down rules and regulation in respect of appointment of auditors, their qualifications, removal, rights, duties, powers, and responsibilities. Here responsibility means liabilities. So by considering the particular act and the provisions laid down in that act, the appointment of auditor is done. His remuneration, removal, rights, duties, powers, liabilities are determined. The scope of external auditor is determined. The duties and rights of the auditors can be extended, but they cannot be curtailed by the directors. Very IMP. The duties and responsibilities of auditors can be determined, that can be extended, but they cannot be curtailed by the directors or shareholders or any other officers, etc. There are certain characteristics of statutory audit, or we may call it essentials of statutory or external audit. The nature of statutory audit is mandatory. It is compulsory to organizations. This is a mandatory task of the organizations, especially commercial organizations, to get their accounts audited. The auditor must be chartered accountant. These are the essential of external audit. First essential is or characteristics is statutory audit is mandatory in nature. Another characteristics is the auditor must be chartered accountant. It means that the person having education qualification, namely chartered accountant, can be appointed as an external auditor. The auditor should not incur any disqualification during the course of audit. It means that the auditor should work properly and he doesn't disturb his qualification. Appointment of auditor is made according to provisions of the relevant acts. By considering relevant act, the auditor can be appointed. Statutory audit is always a complete audit. It means that statutory audit is not partial audit. Statutory audit enables the appointing authority to get full disclosure of all material facts. Every statutory auditor has required to prepare its report and submit to the concerned party. Especially in case of companies, it is submitted to shareholders. Another part of our discussion is difference between internal audit and statutory audit or external audit. Meaning, internal audit is the audit conducted within an organization due to approval of management. It means that internal audit is concerned with internal checking of transactions of the organization. This audit is approved by the management. It means that internal auditor is appointed by the management. Statutory audit means audit conducted by external party or parties due to statutory requirement. Objective: internal audit is meant for management. Therefore, it has to ensure that the accounting systems and procedures meet the needs of the management. Internal audit is carried for the sake of management and it gives assurance to the management the procedures have been properly implemented in the organization. Statutory audit is meant for management as well as for outsiders for reliable financial data. It has, therefore, to ensure that the profit and loss account and balance sheet show a true and fair view of the state of affairs of the company. Because of statutory audit, it is possible to take review of the financial transaction by proper way. Appointment. Internal auditor is appointed by the management. It means power duties of internal auditor are decided by the management. Internal auditor is an employee of the organization. It means that internal auditor is not third party. It is carried with the help of own staff of the organization. The appointment of internal auditor is not compulsory. It means that internal audit is optional in nature. On the other hand, Statutory audit is mandatory in nature. Statutory auditor is appointed by shareholders in the annual general meeting or in circumstances by the board of directors or by the central government. The appointment of statutory auditor is generally made in annual general meeting AGM by the members. Members means equity shareholders. Equity shareholders are real owners of the company. They scattered all over the country. They do not participate in day-to-day activities. They appoint their representative called as board of directors, and board of directors are framing policies of the company. But in case of statutory auditor, it is appointed by the members in case of companies. But at establishment stage or certain circumstances, the external auditor is appointed by the board of directors. In even situation, central government may also appoint external auditor. The appointment of external auditor or statutory auditor is compulsory. Qualification, that is educational qualification. There is no specific qualification for internal auditor, but it is necessary to remember that statutory auditor must possess the qualification of chartered accountant, in short CA. In case of qualification of the auditor, we understood that there is no specific qualification for appointment of internal auditor. But in case of statutory auditor, there is a specific education qualification. The external auditor must have chartered accountant degree. Scope. The scope of internal audit is determined by the management. Generally, the scope of internal audit is decided by the management. But the scope of statutory audit is determined by law. Law means the which law applicable of particular type of organization. If you want to carry the audit of company, it is necessary to apply or consider Companies Act. Period. Internal audit may cover any period. Generally, statutory audit covers one accounting year. It means that internal audit is mostly carried continuously. Statutory audit is generally conducted for a year. Test check, or we may call it test sampling. Internal audit is complete audit. It is carried out in detail as each entry is checked. Internal audit is carried with the help of internal staff or auditors, so it is possible to check each and every entry in detail. So there is no need to apply test checking in internal audit. It means that internal audit cannot apply test checking. Statutory auditor can apply test check if the internal control system is effective. By considering the nature of business, internal check system implemented by the organization, the auditor can note down the weaknesses of its internal check system, and then he can decide whether to apply test checking or not. If the internal check system is effective, he can apply test checking in statutory audit. Nature. Internal audit is carried out continuously throughout the year. It is a continuous audit. Internal audit is a continuous audit. Statutory audit is carried periodically, usually at the end of the year. Responsibility. Internal auditor is responsible to the management because internal auditor is appointed by the management. So the auditor is responsible to appointing authority. Statutory auditor is responsible to shareholders. Generally, statutory auditor or external auditor is appointed by shareholders. Therefore, he is responsible for shareholders. He, work, he works for protecting the interests of shareholders. Remuneration. Remuneration of internal auditor is fixed by management. The remuneration is generally fixed by appointing authority. Internal auditor is appointed by the management. Therefore, the remuneration of internal auditor is fixed by management. Remuneration of statutory auditor is fixed by shareholders because shareholders have appointed external or statutory auditor. Therefore, they decide remuneration of statutory auditor. Status. Internal auditor is dependent on the management. As such, he does not enjoy status of independence. One of the important concept of auditing is independence. The auditor should work independently. In case of internal audit, this is not possible because internal audit is depend on the management. As such, he does not enjoy the status of independence. On the other hand, statutory auditor is independent. He enjoys status of independence. It means that statutory auditor works independently. He is not influenced by any force like directors or third parties. So status of independence is kept regarding statutory audit. Duties. The duties of internal auditors are decided by the management and that can be reduced, that can be curtailed. The duties of internal auditors are decided by management. If management wants to reduce that duties, that can be reduced. On the other hand, the duties of statutory auditors are laid down by the law applicable to enterprise and that can be extended but cannot be curtailed by directors or shareholders. Report. The internal auditor submit his report to the management. There is no specific format of report regarding internal audit. Internal auditor is appointed by the management, therefore he or she submits his report to the management. On the contrary, the statutory auditor is appointed by the shareholders. Therefore, the statutory auditor has required to submit his work report to shareholders after the completion of audit work. So, in this way, in the present lecture, we focused on external or statutory audit. In this lecture, we elaborated what is the nature of external audit, what are the characteristics of external audit or statutory audit, or essentials of statutory or external audit. Later on, we discussed the difference between internal audit and statutory audit by considering various factors. So, there are two major types of audit, internal audit and external audit. External audit is also known as statutory audit. These two types are these two types of audit we have studied properly. Various questions may be asked on this, like what is meant by statutory audit, state its features, or what is the difference between statutory audit and internal audit. Some objective types of questions may be asked, like internal auditor is appointed by dot dot dot. Optionals will be provided as management, owners, government, directors. The correct answer is the internal auditor is appointed by management. On the other hand, a question may be asked, external auditor is appointed by dot dot dot. Options: employees, management, members, trustees. No, trustee no. Uh, Third party. So correct answer is external auditor is appointed by generally shareholders. Who decides duties and powers of internal auditor? The answer is management decides powers and duties of internal audit. What is the qualification of external auditor? Optionals may be given as BCom, MBA, Chartered Accountant, CS. The correct answer is Chartered Accountant. So that type of questions may be asked as multiple choice questions. So consider this auditing paper by two ways. That is, what type of objective questions may be asked and what type of essay type questions may be asked, and then study in detail. In coming lecture, we are going to learn another aspects of external audit and another type, that is cost audit, management audit, tax audit, e-audit, etc. So in this way, I am concluding my speech here, and thank you for patiently listening.